Hello everyone, this is K.L.R. and today I'm going to do a DVD review of Thomas and Friends, the first US one, Best of Thomas. Now the history about this release, it was the first episodic Thomas and Friends release to come out on VHS and DVD because Magic Railroad was the first one to be the US release on both DVD and VHS. This was released back in September 25th, 2001, and you can find it alone or in the 3 DVD set with Best of James and Percy, or in the 4 DVD set with Best of James, Percy, and Gordon. And it was reissued by Anchor Bay in 2007 with the Press My Nose Whistle, and it was released in the 10 DVD set in 2008, The Ultimate Collection, and you can find it in a Toon Trains DVD set with A Big Day for Thomas. And then it was re-released by Lionsgate in 2009, and you can find it in a double feature in 2009 or 10 with Best of James, and it was finally released in the 6 DVD set with Best of James, Gordon, and Percy, 10 Years of Thomas and Friends, and Thomas and the Treasure, and then it was finally released by digital download in 2013. And that's the history about this release. Now let's get to the actual review. So here's what the front of the DVD looks like. On top we have the Collector's Edition, Thomas and Friends logo, and Best of Thomas. And we have a golden outline, and on the background we have a yellow here, and on the bottom we have green grass, and we have a big cartoon picture of Thomas the Tank Engine. Here's the spine. As you can see is the cartoon picture of Thomas from the front cover. And you can see that the Best of Thomas is in white, while on the front cover it is red. Here's the back, which we have a blue background. And on top is the Thomas and Friends logo. And Thomas has arrived on DVD with trainloads of features and fun, are blurred about what's on the DVD, and we have 2 snapshots, one from Thomas Meets the Queen, and another from Thomas Gets Bumped. Thomas's bonus features contain Thomas and the Dinosaur Read-Along, Harold the Helicopter Interactive CD-ROM Game, bios of your favorite friends, 3 DVD games, What Color Am I, Find My Number, and Which Engine Am I, 4 sing-along songs, which are Really Useful Engine, Thomas's Anthem, It's Great to Be an Engine, and Let's Have a Race, and 12-page commemorative booklet. Our story stops are Thomas Gets Bumped, A New Friend for Thomas, Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon, which most viewers are upset over this, that it stars Percy more than Thomas. Thomas Saves the Day, Trouble for Thomas, Thomas and Stepney, A Big Day for Thomas, and Thomas Meets the Queen, and we get a music video of Really Useful Engine. Link to the official Thomas and Friends website, and this is 46 minutes long. And here's the disc, which we have the side picture of Thomas right there, and the booklet. Discover all the magic and joy of Thomas on DVD. Here we have the main menu, Sing Along, Games, Read Along, PC Fun, and Story Stops, which is surprisingly over here rather than being here. Have you ever wanted to meet Thomas? Now is your chance, which shows pictures from the old-fashioned Day Out with Thomas. And we can look inside for Thomas's friends. And we have the Island of Sodor, Thomas's best friends, which it also lists Duke here despite not interacting with Thomas, but Thomas did tell a story about him. And you can see Diesel, Bulstrode, George, and the trolls and trucks are not friends of Thomas, but are enemies of him. And here's promotional merchandise. Thomas Gets Interactive featuring personal computer games, The Great Festival Adventure, and Trouble on the Tracks, Random House books, music CDs, and wooden railways. And here's the back. Collect all of your favorite Thomas videos, which you can see that they're all in VHS because Best of Thomas was the first US Thomas and Friends DVD release back from 2001. And you can see right here that Thomas's Christmas Wonderland says A Christmas Wonderland when it should say Thomas's Christmas Wonderland. And right here on the bottom it shows a picture from Thomas Meets the Queen. Alright everyone, this was my DVD review of the first US Thomas and Friends DVD, Best of Thomas. Hope you all like it. Bye.